The second to last game of the season, the Sharks lost to the Arizona Coyotes 5-4 in overtime. So I guess a pretty hard fought game considering the fact that it went to overtime. The Sharks did actually tie the game up late. But the Sharks now, with this loss, it was actually the Coyotes' final game of the year. But the Sharks lost the season series against the Coyotes. And obviously, this game had really no meaning, but would have been nice to win it. I've said that for a couple games now, but it's seriously like we're losing games that we should be winning. And Phil Kessel for the Coyotes just makes a joke out of the Sharks every time. He has 10 goals against the Sharks in this season, which is a record actually. But pretty competitive game, and Melnichuk, the rookie goalie for the Shark, got his first start, and I mean he did all right. I mean, obviously having 5 goals allowed, you're gonna have some that you want back, but yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. Christian Dvorak early in the game scored the first goal for the Coyotes. Pretty nice goal. He got around the defenders pretty well. And obviously a high scoring game, a lot of action. Good goal for Dvorak. But not too long after, the Sharks are tied up with a Rudolph's Balcers goal. Once again, a really nice goal from him. Glad to see him get a good goal. He's been pretty present in the lineup. Just a good shot from him down in the crease. And one thing I've noticed is like the Sharks are playing a lot of their like younger players that don't really get as much time, such as like Melnichuk and Barabanov. And I'm happy they're doing this because we get actually a showcase of what these guys are going to be like next year. And they actually have some motivation to prove that they're good in the lineup. Christian Dvorak actually got his second goal of the game about 12 minutes into the first. Once again, a nice goal. Phil Kessel got a nice dish to him, which allowed him to score a nice slap shot. Melnichuk, that's one he probably would have wanted to get back. But the Sharks tied it up with the Kevin Labanc goal. And obviously Labanc hasn't been super good this year. I mean, he's had goals, but he tied the game up. This is all in the first period, so a big first period, 4 goals. So then in the second, Timo Meier got this crazy good goal. I mean, it was awesome. This speedy, almost like a breakaway type goal around the defense. Not a breakaway, but he got around the defenders really cleanly and got the Sharks to lead 3-2. A really awesome goal from him. I mean, this was a really, highlight style goal. And happy for Timo. Good goal for him. But Jan Jenik got his second career goal for the Coyotes on back-to-back nights, obviously. He scored last night. And that tied the game up at 3. Good young player for the Coyotes. And that tied the game up. And then we head to the third period in a tied game. However, Connor Garland scored for the Coyotes. And this is late in the game. This is 3 minutes, about maybe 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. He scores on Melnichuk. Pretty nice goal, wrapping around and getting that goal. However, with 49 seconds left, the Sharks pull the goalie, and Barabanov gets a really nice poised goal to tie the game up at 4, and then we head to overtime. And overtime was pretty competitive, but Aiden Hill played really good in net for the Coyotes, and Phil Kessel got a goal. I didn't even think it went in initially because, it was just right through the pads. But it went in, and the Coyotes won. Phil Kessel, like I said, got his 10th goal of the year against the Sharks. And when I saw them play in Arizona, he had 3 goals in that one game. He's really good against the Sharks. But I'm glad Melnichuk played because we got to actually see, what he's like. And from what I saw, he's not terrible. The Sharks were heavily outshot in this game. Or actually, no, the Coyotes had less shots, but he got a lot of shots at him. But I'm glad we got to see because now we have 3 goalies that are kind of inconsistent. We obviously have Melnichuk, we have Kojanaj, who's decent, and we have Jones. But anyways, Sharks lose. We still get a point. That was our 49th point of the year. But we lose the season series, and we're going to end the season tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Wednesday. So a while from now. In San Jose against the Golden Knights, who have 80 points, are crazy good. But it's been a long ride season. Hasn't necessarily been a fun season, but interesting one for sure. So let me know your thoughts, and go Sharks.